Ready? Go. Got him, baby. Let's go. Yeah, what's that, I think? Because I just hit a 52k. Yo, guys, it's X. We're back with another video. And this will be the guide that everyone's been asking for, how to play Sub-Rogue with this new trinket. And today I'm going to be showing you your rotation, what you need to be running, all that good stuff. But let's get on to the video. Now, first, with your conduits as kyrian. Now, it's been the same how they always were. The new season hasn't released any new conduits or anything else. They've only upped conduits so far. So it's really just going to come down to the same conduits. You're going to be running reverberation, really good for your echoing damage. It's increased by 100%, so the 269 or 262, I don't know what it's going to. I think it's 269. Probably should be really good for this town or for this conduit. The Cloaked in the Shadows will be your next one. Now, this got nerfed, but it doesn't really matter if they nerf it. Like, this is irrelevant because we come out of stealth every 4 seconds anyway. So every time, even if you have a bleed on you and you stealth with the shield on, it takes you out automatically. So this meant nothing. Only when maybe if you stealth and then they use like an Ashen Hollow, or if like maybe they're hitting something big on you in stealth while the shield's on you, I guess maybe it could save you, but other than that, it's not really any big of a nerf. So yeah, Cloaked in Shadows always. Next, Deeper Daggers. I run this for the extra damage. You want to go for a lot of damage um, as quick as possible, because while you're doing your stuns, you also want to get damage in. So whenever I'm stunning, I'm trying to get them fat eviscerates or do that. So I run Deeper Daggers, really good. Rust setup is a must. You need this as sub-rogue on every tree, every covenant. You need rush setup for sub-rogue. This will make sure whenever you stun, you'll have a bunch of energy left to restun or like kidney and then also do damage at the same time. So make sure you're running rush setup. Now we're going to go down to plan execution. Really good. Symbols of Death increase your critical chance by 8%. Why is that good? Because symbols will give you extra damage and you need extra crit whenever you're doing damage, especially when you're running the Kyrian Lego. Yeah, it just goes really well together for your damage, so I run it, so I suggest you do too. And then quick decisions. Now you can run two things here. You can either run quick decisions or you can run prepared. Now I think quick is so much better because instead of being like if you're running prepared instead of this, your range on Shadow Step would be like right here. But then with the quick decisions, you can Shadow Step from way back here. So you can just, get that kidney sap or kidney and all that good stuff. So that's your conduits, it really doesn't change. We'll be going on to the gear and the stat wise. Now I run mastery. Now a lot of other rogues run verse. They stack like 37% verse. That's okay. As a rogue, you're gonna be dead no matter what, so I'd rather just get the damage out because I know I'm gonna be dying regardless. Doesn't matter if I have a 40% verse, 50% verse. I'm a rogue. I die super fast, so I just stack mastery. Now that will help your increasing your finishing moves by 70%. That's a lot. So your eviscerates will be hitting some decent on your blades. And I also run the verse mastery trinket. I'm also running the Kyrian Lego Echoing Weapon now. Anima charges 4 combo points. That really helps you because whenever you're attacking, instead of hitting them and having one, you have a bunch of them, so you just want to stack on them. You still want to go for the highest possible, so like you don't want to go to always the first one. You want to go all the way to the top, but like if you know your stun's short, just try to get to that last one and get it done. Now, this Cosmic Trinket, a lot of people have been asking me after the nerf, which I think they nerfed it today. Is it still good? I'd say yes for now. Like with Rogue Mage, it's really good because it still does, consistently 20Ks. So it's still really good. For now, run it. Mine's full duelist, or mine's about to be duelist. It only says it runs 24K, so mine will probably do around 30K damage, so it's still really, really good. Especially if you're playing Rogue Mage. That's just an insane amount of damage. The Mage can run it, you can run it, add those up. 30, 30, 60, even if it doesn't crit or anything. 20, 20, that's 40K just off of trinkets. So that's how you run that, and then that's your Lego. Now, if you let's say you don't have this, I go get it no matter what. But let's say they nerfed it again. Obviously, you just go back to the Unchained, the 40% verse offensively. You would just run this. and it can increase your primary stat, which is agility, and agility is really good. Now, if you're playing threes, I would always just run BM, but with this trinket, I'd just run the trinket now, obviously. Until this trinket is until it's unusable, then you will be using this trinket. It's really broken for rogue mage right now. Any sub rogue should be running this. Honestly, any person playing the game right now should be running this trinket because it's free 20k, 20 to 35k. So run it. But that's enough with the gear. You just stack mastery, all that good stuff. Now you also want to be getting this weapon right here. Not many people knew, but they added this, so they didn't tell anybody about it, but it gives you a mastery, so go get that weapon. So instead of just running 2 daggers, you're running a sword in the offhand and on the main hand a dagger. Now you can run double dagger, that's fine, but you know, for the most mastery that you can get, you need to be running this trinket. And that's basically it. That is basically it for your gear. For your gems mastery, obviously. And that is basically all there is to know. There's my stats, all that good stuff. Now for the final thing you guys need to know is your rotation. Now some people get confused how to do the rotation with the trinket. Your trinket relies on your agility. So basically what that means is when you kyrian, when you echoing remend, it gives you agility, which stacks more on your trinket. So some people I've been seeing open with the trinket. So like Kinney, and then they then they trinket, and then they echoing. I don't know if it works like that. I think you have to stack the agility first, and then put the trinket down. Because when I was playing all them games of 2100, I was doing that, and I would never crit. I didn't crit one time. I crit one time, and it was probably versus the Resto Shaman, and that's the one time I did it right. I was like, oh shit, I'm dumb. So what you're going to be wanting to do is your best option for getting. You only want to use this trinket usually if you're going for non-trinket goes. It's the same thing like the Venthu. You only want to use it when they don't have a trinket. So let's say they don't have a trinket and you're good to go. Now they can't move. You have smoke bomb maybe. Maybe you don't. But you have 1v1. Now, even if you have 1v1, you don't want to use blades and you're trinket on the same global unless you know you're gonna kill. So what that means is if I'm going to be using my trinket, I don't want to use blades. Now the rotation is still the same even without your trinket. So instead of clicking your burst macro, you just click your mini go, is what I call it, Symbos and Shadow Dance. So what that would look like is you really just never want a cheap shot on a go, really. I would never use this trinket on a cheap shot go, but it's the same way. The Kinney, you're going to be wanting to do this. So you were going to want to be, you can always pre-Kyrian, but I never do it because I like the extra dam. So what you're going to do is you're going to Kinney, Echoing, Trinket, Eviscerate, cheap shot at 1 second, Eviscerate, and then cheap shot again. Make sure you don't space it. See, I spaced it there, which is bad because I was just, you know, explaining how to do the big dam. But my trinket there done, let's see, it stacked with both of these two and it done 16k to that one and 19k to the other one. So there, even when they stacked, it still was going for about 20k, it's 15 to 20k. That's with both of them in the circle there. And that's without blades. So now the next go, you'll do your echoing go, but instead of trinketing, you're going to be going for your national go. So that'll be your kill go. You want to wait for your echoing though. So don't just go off DR. You need to have this echoing. That's the same thing. But this time, let's say you can't get your common points off. What you're going to do is you're going to mark for death Kinney. You're going to Kinney, echoing, and then do your go. So Kinney, burst, echoing, eviscerate, shadow strike, eviscerate, shadow strike, cheap shot, eviscerate, cheap shot, eviscerate. And that is basically your go off the trinket go. So your first go wants to either be your trinket go or blades. Your next go wants to be your other one. You only want to use both of these. Let's say if you're playing with a mage that doesn't use literally anything. So let's say if you're playing with a mage and he's not going to bust or use his trinket, perfect. You're using blades and your trinket, that's guaranteed cooldowns. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this little guide, this little mashup. So if you look at my videos, this is basically what I do, is I mash up my trinket not with my blades. So hopefully you guys learned something. And this is just a short guide. I'm making these daily videos, so I don't have much preparation. I gotta edit these, I gotta do a bunch of shit. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and in Let me see what you guys want to see next. Whatever you guys want to see, comment. Trust me, I look at every single comment you guys send. So if you guys want a certain class to be played or whatever, because really I don't have much to do. So I'm working on my Windwalker, a bunch of road to 2100 on my Windwalker that'll be coming up in the future. But other than that, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little short guide. If you have any questions, all that stuff, all my macros, everything will be in the description for you guys. If you have any questions, comment, all that good stuff, I will get back to you in the next, 5 hours. I can get there either if you message me from I'd say about 7 a.m. to about 12 a.m., you're usually not going to get an answer. I'll either be busy or sleeping or some shit like that. So I'll get to you when I can, but trust me, I will see your comment. So I'm not that type of person that would just not see your shit forever. Obviously, I don't have that big of a fan base, but for me, it's plenty. You guys have been really supportive, and I will see you guys in the next video. Tell me what you guys want to see next. Peace, peace, boys.